Right, we need to pick a door, but which one is which? Mania. Yeah, sure, why not? I've entered the Shivering Isles, so I should seek out Sheogorath. New Sheogorath. What's this? Gates of Mats, right. But there only seems to be one door here. Wait, this goes north. The other would have gone south. We more or less chose a road.
I can hear the bones talking. I'm Jared Iceveins. Do you ever wonder why things look better without their skin on? For instance, you can only really see the bones when you take them out. You can hear them better that way, too. The gatekeeper's dead. He won't stop us from coming and going now. Take care.
We want a settlement. I don't want to explore random dungeons unless I have a reason to. I doubt they're any more entertaining here than anywhere else.
Mad God's blessings.
Dark Seducer. New Sheogorath.
The Maz can guard Crucible in New Sheogorath. We ensure the Demented remain orderly and respectful of our Lord Sheogorath.
Tell me about Sheogorath.
Sheogorath is our Lord, ruler of the Shivering Isles. It is by his whim that the Maz can walk, and we serve our master to the death. The Shivering Isles are a reflection of our Lord Sheogorath, divided yet perfect. Walk with our Lord.
I used to think you were a hero. I hear that Errol is fed up with Brythar's antics. He really wants something done about it. I'm Ingvar the Wanderer, although most people now call me Ingvar Doomsayer. It's true, the world is about to be destroyed. Some people are frightened by this, or they despair, or even try to deny the truth of what I say. But my message is actually one of comfort. The world is ending, and we can't do anything about it. Once you accept that, you'll be at peace, like me.
Tell me about Brythor.
Errol has a big problem with Brythar. I don't know exactly what the problem is, but it's safe to say Errol is making a huge fuss over it. Errol owns a magic shop in town called Errol's Mysteries. If you want to know more, I suggest you ask him yourself. Find comfort in your powerlessness.
Elder Gnarl. Guiling Dark Arrow. This is the other door.
Blessings, citizen.
Killed
Hard
anything?
Scrapple Camp. There's nothing really here. Some sort of zealot. Zealot Patriarch. We got an advice that we should dress like a zealot if we want to infiltrate them. What are these people? Grumite Dagger. Right, we need to find a settlement. The other map markers seem to follow similar rules as in Cyrodiil.
How may I serve?
Yes, what is it?
Where the hell is this road even going? It'll eventually get to New Sheogorath, so follow it. Gonna need some sort of base of operation here. Somewhere where I can just store some of this ore and different type of matrices and everything. Or molds, I guess. We're not in any kind of real problem with carry weight now, but the situation is unlikely to improve. But a hunger. They had their weird mouth, that's what I recall about them. They look quite a bit different than they did in Morrowind. Not entirely, not totally alien, but I don't think my first guess would have been that that's a hunger. This is truly a nice looking area. I think we should sort of work this area in a way that we later on work the Cyrodiil map. What I mean is, we should go to map markers when we spot them. Why is my luck still draining? There's a camp here. If we do some of the marking, we also have a much easier time with quick traveling here. Swamp tentacles. Plotted camp. Wrong equipment. Yes, we switched the retribution ring on. Xerathard. New Sheogorath graveyard. Invisible monster there. Hulking Scallon. Okay, these are actual tombstones. Wonder if there's a significance to them. I haven't tried using them. Okay. There's settlement there. Deep Wallow.
I'm Beely. You came from out there, and you survived? Then how do I know you're not one of them? We'll see. Is that so? Don't waste your My life is drab. Good one. Sure. What not? That's... You can't scare me. Yeah. What nonsense. Oh, please. Good. Don't... Oh, please. Gracious. What? Yo... Yeah. What nonsense. If you want to sneak up on one of those zealots, wear one of their robes. Fools them every time. Stay safe.
I think we should go visit Sheogorath first. We don't really understand what the hell we're doing here. What the consequences of anything are. What is this champion business in the first place? Crucible.
Mad God's blessings.
Grr.
Walk with our Lord.
Not exactly all that healing looking environment here. We're waiting in shit.
Hey you! Come over here. I have a proposition for you. Best not to talk about it here. Meet me at the sewer grate northeast of the Sheogorath statue. Come after dark. Come alone.
It's gonna be dark for a while. Also, I'm not sure what that Sheogorath statue.
What?
Your pardon, citizen. I must return to my post.
Tickly Bernice's tap house. Palace grounds. Well, this looks much more appealing. A lot more of this crystal that's jutting out of the ground. Okay, dark areas and much more vibrant light areas. Golden Saints.
Speak quickly. New Sheoth is the capital of the Shivering Isles. We Oriole guard Bliss, the manic district of the city. Sheogorath rules the Shivering Isles. We, the Oriole, are his favored soldiers, the most perfect expression of his might. The domain of the Prince of Madness, Sheogorath. We Oriole are tasked with defending this realm against the lesser beings that would destroy it. Go.
Mad God's blessings. Walk with our Lord.
Always a pleasure. Yes, is there something you require? If only we could speak more often.
A new arrival! A shame about my gatekeeper. I'm so happy I could just tear out your intestines and strangle you with them. I suppose an introduction is in order. I'm Sheogorath, Prince of Madness! And other things. I'm not talking about them. You've probably figured that out by now. Let's hope so, or we're in real trouble. And out come the intestines, and I skip rope with them. But perhaps now's not the time. You've made it this far, farther than anyone else. Well done! Take this trinket of mine. Perhaps it will serve you well, or look lovely on your corpse.
Charity of Madness. What do you want?
I've been waiting for you! Or someone like you, or someone other than you for some time. I need a champion, and you've got the job! Time to save the realm, rescue the damsel, slay the beast, or die trying. Your help is required. A change is coming. Everything changes, even Daedric princes, especially Daedric princes.
Changes?
Daedra are the embodiment of change and permanency. I'm no different, except in the ways that I am. The Grey March is coming, and you're going to stop it.
What is a Grey March?
The details aren't important, at least not right now. Eternity is on a rather tight deadline. We'll get back to that later.
So, what now?
Now, you run an errand for me. An important one. Of course, anything I tell you to do is important. My realm, my rules. You're going to Zedilian, one of my favorite spots in the Isles. It's a little place I used to take care of unwanted visitors. And some are more unwanted than others.
Why Zedilian?
The gatekeeper takes care of most of the unwanted, but he's dead. We'll have to remedy that soon as well. Anyway, there are those that have other ways into my realm, and they're on the move. We don't want them here, trust me. So, you're going to get Zedilian up and running. Here's a little book to tell you how, and the Attenuator of Judgment. You'll need that too. Of course, you can always get more details from Haskell. He's a detail-oriented type of person, a big help, and a snappy dresser. Now, get going, before I change my mind, or my mind changes me.
Okay, more about Zedilian?
A little busy here! I'm trying to decide what to have for dinner. Oh, how I love eating. One of my favorite things to do. Talk to Haskell if you need more information. He's got more brains than a brain pie. Oh, brain pie. Perfect! Care to donate?
Tell me about yourself.
Yes? Speaking to me? Well, I'm he. He's me. And others as well. Or they were, weren't they?
New Sheogorath?
Ah, New Sheogorath. My home away from places that aren't my home. The current location is much better than some of the prior ones, don't you think?
Shivering Isles?
The Isles! The Isles! A wonderful place! Except when it's horrible. Then it's horribly wonderful! Good for a visit. Or for an eternity.
Grey March? He didn't want to talk about it.
You can go now. Run along. Scoot.
The Mad God has given you a task. Surely someone of your copious talent should be able to handle it.
Tell me about Sheogorath.
He is the Prince of Madness, the ruler of the Shivering Isles.
Yep. Shivering Isles.
The Shivering Isles is what Sheogorath wills it to be.
What about Cedillion?
Yes, quite an amazing place, really. Wonderful for relieving one's tension as you watch those troublesome adventurers suffer. No offense. I'd say your next move is to head to Cedillion and get it reactivated.
What do you mean reactivated?
Yes? Ah, silly me. The book has no pictures. Can't really expect you to read that now, can I? To reactivate Cedillion for my lord's pleasure, you'll need to find 3 focus crystals and return them to their resting place. Each crystal has a matching receptacle called a judgment nexus. Even you can't miss them. Without the crystals in place, the resonator of judgment, Cedillion's power source, cannot be restored. I'd suggest you make haste and get to Cedillion. My Lord Sheogorath does not like those who lollygag. Or maybe he does? Bah, just get going. You have the attenuator, the manual, and a map. I'm certainly not going to carry you there, so I'd suggest you get to it. Place one foot in front of the other. You know how it goes.
Where is the actual useful guide? Manual on Cedillion. On the subject of Cedillion's construction, Lord Sheogorath, let me begin by extending the warmest regards to you and your noble being. Construction was completed on time and well under budget as you demanded. Under pain of fun, I believe you were quoted as saying, and with only the most infinitesimal loss of life. I am proud to say that by harnessing the energy of that most unusual crystalline formation, Cedillion should maintain itself for years to come, with proper maintenance of course. At your request, I have included the full operation instructions for each section of the site. If you have any other questions, please feel free to bother me anytime, like when you originally thought of this idea in the middle of the night. The heart of Cedillion is its power source, the resonator of judgment. By tuning this huge chunk of crystal with the attenuator of judgment, a tuning fork of sorts, we have released a wave of siren-like sound that will draw anyone from outside the Isles. 3 focus crystals have been placed throughout the site to assist in keeping this wave of sound even and stable. The site will not function without all 3 focus crystals running in unison, so it is important to keep them clean and safe on their cradles, which I have called their judgment nexus. The focus crystals are irreplaceable at this time, so take proper precautions guarding the site when not in use. Cedillion is split into 3 encounter areas, all linked with the latest in arcane transport technology as the hapless Cedillionites, it was fun to experiment on them, thank you for that, make their way through each room. They are subjected to a test based either on the manic philosophy or that of the demented, whichever suits your whim at the time. All you need to do is push a single button, then sit back with your favorite wine. We've provided luxurious observation platforms from which to enjoy the show, and watch the results. Each encounter area has a unique theme that matches your request as close as we could provide. I think you'll be pleased with the results. Below I have detailed each room and the effects you can expect from them. In brief, as I know your lordship is busy. Chamber of Conversion. A fairly empty room with a large grating on the floor and single half-sized harmless gnarl wandering in the center. Manic result. Our small harmless gnarl will be grown in size to nearly thrice that of the most average Zedilionate. Most we observe run around in an attempt to escape the lumbering creature. Eventually it will stop and fade away. The magic of the room is enhanced by the spore gas we pump in through the grating. Demented result. Our tiny friend Gnarl is joined by a small swarm of its brethren, and they attack our surprise guests. It's genius. Chamber of Avarice. In this room, a huge mound of treasure sits atop a half ziggurat inside a securely locked cage, to which there is no key. Manic result. We drop several hundred keys to the ground that are all exact duplicates. It is amusing to watch Zedilianites scramble through the keys for the correct one. Some spent days. Amazing. Demented result. When the Zedilianites reach the top of the ziggurat, we blast them with a highly concussive flame spell. The blast always sends them flying. Good fun for all, discounting those that do not survive. Chamber of Anathema. As you requested, we saved this one for last. The Zedilianite that has the metal to make it this far now faces the toughest challenge of all. This room features freshly killed corpses, blood, and plenty of hanging bodies for your darker moods, my lord. Panic results. We kill the Zedilianite and cause a spectre of his former self to rise from the body. Not many Zedilianites' minds can handle this one. Most go insane this far into the site. I must confess, this room is a favorite of mine. Demented result. Nothing better than a good old-fashioned battle. We raise at least double the number of zombies as there are Zedilianites and let them all have at it. Simple, elegant, and deadly. I hope you are pleased with the results of Zedilian. I know you'll have just as much fun using it as we had constructing it. Strangely, we have yet to receive payment for the site, but I'm sure it is just a minor oversight and it will be corrected as soon as your lordship has a moment. Yeah. Starting to get the feeling that Sheogorath is not entirely reliable. House of Mania. Thaden.
What? What is it? Very busy. Things to do, or see, or something. Someone new comes to the Isles. Much more interesting than someone old. Take care.
Welcome to the House of Mania.
Halcyon Conservatory.
Good day to you. Blessings of the Mad God. I'd research my own spells before I'd buy them from Eril's mysteries.
Spells, you say?
May all your days be filled with enlightenment and mirth.
Oh. I don't think the rules really... Why the hell did I jump so much? Ah, this probably a... Right. This gives you sort of a... Changes some of your forward momentum to upward momentum, I think. You don't want to jump there. You need to hit it in the exact correct way.
Welcome to the Halcyon Conservatory.
Duke's Quarters. Really, I don't understand the structure of this. Gromite eggs, Felmore spore wine, soul stones. I'm assuming they'll elaborate at some point.
Welcome to the House of Mania. Welcome to the...
House of Dementia. Dark and gloomy place. Private gardens needs a key.
What do you want? Rumor has it there's another adventurer trying to get into the realm. One more person to take up arms against me. Bye.
Your lips to his ears. I hear the heretics in the lands of Mania summon hungers to fight by their sides. Bye.
There's a couple prisoners. So these are statues of hungers. Why? I've seen them a lot. They seem to be maybe related to the original inhabitants of the place.
Greetings.
How may I serve?
Interesting looking colors. Bliss. Right. Bliss is on the north side, Crucible is on the south side. Our goal is Cedillion, so we're not getting in this direction. I would like to encounter some sort of a magic shop. We have time before we have to go to any meetings. Grr.
Oh.
Ushnar's dog.
Yes? I hear the heretics in the lands of Mania summon hungers to fight by their sides. See you.
What the hell is this? Sacellum Ardensul.
Orenthal, retired assassin. Now I live here. Only Redguard here, incidentally. An interesting fact, isn't it? I do enjoy facts.
I actually saw Redguard in the prison, so that's not true.
Ajazda in Crucible believes the world is ending. Yes. Yes, goodbye.
Altar of Ardensul.
Octus, High Priest of Dementia. I'm here to guide those that wish to serve themselves. What did you require? I'm not about to go to the missing pauldron, even if they do sell armor. I'll stay in Crucible, thank you.
So, does this side of the world have any shops?
Duvenin, High Priest of Mania, at your service. What brings you to this holy place on such a fine day? I understand there's a Knight of the Thorn in Hale. See you later.
So it's a shared chapel. That's what it is. Cutter's weapons.
They call me Cutter. For a truly inspired blade, I can forge madness ore. Here, hold on to this parchment. It lists what I need. The workers in Felmore aren't too happy with Sindanwe.
What is madness ore?
Spirits of ancient souls are trapped in the ore. Find it in old ruins. Also, Grummites are especially attracted to it. It's a supple and flexible ore, yet it holds a good edge. I can shape the sharpest of blades from it. I can also create magical items.
Magical items?
Tradition dictates before each master smith dies, she hides these magical molds in the world, like pouring salt into a wound. Over time, they soak in magical energies from the world around them, like you suck blood from a cut. Bring me a matrix and enough ore, and I will forge you a new item and bleed the magic of the matrix into it.
So more like a sigil stone.
I've got the sharpest
It's a recipe
blades
to
in the
produce some sort of an
isles.
object.
Maybe anywhere. Take a look.
It'll probably be lost in the creation process, and they drop from enemies. It could be that some of them, or if not all of them, are actually unique, so they'll always be found in the same places. Very standard gear. Madness armor. I'm not interested, because we are relying on magical effects instead of armor. I, Cutter, Master Smith of New Sheogorath, by tradition and sacred pledge to my deceased mentor, must forge weapons and armor for any hero who brings me madness ore. I will create magical versions of these weapons and armor if the hero provides the needed ore and appropriate matrix, which my mentor has hidden throughout the land. Drinking in the mystical essence, the blood of the Shivering Isles. The amount of madness ore required to make items is listed as follows: 1 piece per 25 arrows. Bows are 2 pieces, claymores 4, blah 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 blah, right. A weapon might be a useful thing, but only a weapon. So 3 pieces for a sword. We have a matrix. Shield and sword. Yeah, we could make a sword. We probably have the orc. Yeah, let's do that.
Something. Watch. Carve a happy smile.
I was supposed to do a magic sword.
What do you... Cutting a man apart. Little...
Hey, what's the difference? Perfect Madness Longsword, an enchanted version. It is just as good as my current weapon. 22 fire damage on strike. Damage health 20 points on strike. Also has more charge. No one really resists damage health, though this is actually better sort than the one we currently have. Looks nice too. A little bit too fancy pants for my taste still. Museum of Oddities.
Is this your first time to the museum? Perhaps you would care for a tour.
Sure.
I am the curator of the Museum of Oddities, Una Armina. Have we met? You look familiar. Anyway, I'm always looking for new exhibits, so remember me when you come across anything odd. Would you like a tour of the museum?
Yes, I'd like a tour.
Wonderful. Follow me and I'll show you around my little collection of oddities. Look closely and you'll see a tiny skull. These pygmies used to live in the Shivering Isles until they were all eaten by grummites, poor dears. Here's a real oddity for you, an arm of one of the gatekeepers. This one was killed by... oh, I forget now. A lovely specimen in any case. Up here is a little beauty, the Ring of Desiccation. Walk on water and breathe underwater at the same time. Odd, if you think about it for a minute. I hope you've enjoyed the tour. Feel free to stay and browse for as long as you like. Welcome to the I'm always looking for new oddities to add to my collection. Anything unusual, bizarre, strange or disturbing, bring it to me. I do pay a nominal finder's fee, but of course the real reward is your contribution to posterity. Do you have anything that you'd like to contribute to the museum?
Not right now.
Don't be discouraged. Some people just have better luck than others in finding oddities. Earl's Mistress sells a number of unique spells. Doesn't sell any mysteries, though. See you.
Right, I'd like to visit Eril's Mysteries. So there seems to be a unique set of books here. I'd like to at least take a look what they write about. Not read them entirely. Looks like a shop. Oh shit.
Yes? You got some skooma, eh? Right, buddy? Pal? To share? Come on! Pass the skooma already! That fool Bighead is always looking for the fork of horripilation. See you later.
Okay. We had a meeting. It's starting to get late. After dark, sewer grate northeast the statue. Okay. Tap house. Mysteries. There really isn't aren't all that many shops. I guess they're divided between the two sections of the town. But I can't really do much now.
Hello.
Seems like it's on the bliss side of things. No?
Won't someone end me? take... Best not to talk about it here. Me...
What the hell is the Sheogorath statue? Well, shops probably aren't open, so I'm just gonna run around here a little bit, hope the auto mapper takes care of most of the issues here. This is a slightly more pleasant looking place at least. Missing pauldron. Armor shop. Probably different type of armor set. Amber. Black tar.
My weapons and... Now is not the time for business.
Fair enough. Amiable Fenrir's house.
Have you caught my act yet? I'm Fatal the Juggler. I'm sure you've heard of me. Oh, who am I kidding? More likely you came to scoff at the worst juggler in the world. That Museum of Oddities is a joke. Although I hear Una Armina will pay for certain items. I'd better get back to practicing.
Choosy bigger. This at least looks like a livable place. Dementia is like a shithole. No one does the necessary upkeep work.
Yes? Your lips to his ears. Ushnar in Crucible is afraid of cats. Cats! Goodbye.
I'll wait an hour. It should be dark now. So where's the meeting? Statue of Sheogorath. Sickly Bernice's tap house guest rooms.
What?
Drug addicts. Sewer entrance. Guess this is the statue they refer to.
Blessings, citizen.
I'm glad you came. So, are you interested in earning some loot?
Yes, I am.
Great! There's a simple task. Yes, a simple task that you must perform.
What is the task?
This life, it's too painful. Everywhere I look, I see death, dying and decay. When I dream, I see a world without sunshine. I'm constantly on the verge of retching up, or falling asleep, or screaming at someone who doesn't deserve it. I'm just so fed up with it all.
So what? What's this to me?
I need your help. I need you to send my soul away from this world. You must. You must kill me.
Okay, why don't you just kill yourself?
Have you seen those miserable souls on the Hill of Suicides? Do you think that kind of existence is any better than this? No. You must kill me.
So, how do you want to die?
I don't necessarily want to see it coming. And I want to die here in the city so all these people finally believe me. They'll wish they were nicer. You probably want to do it without spectators, though, so you don't get in trouble. Best to make it look like an accident. But remember, I don't want to see it coming. Take me unaware.
And it should look like an accident.
Well, that's up to you, I suppose. I'm gonna go about my daily life, such as it is, as if nothing's changed. Make your move when you wish, but please do it soon.
And about this reward?
Oh, that. When you kill me, take the key to my house. Nothing really worth taking, except what's locked up in the jewelry box. You can have that. Okay. I'm going to pretend everything is normal. Make your move as soon as you can, but let me get away first so I don't know it's coming. Please, no!
Okay. We'll leave that for now. Restore Cedillion. Yeah, that seems like a decent thing to start with. Oh, we could go to Deep Wallow. More or less just learning about the place at the moment. Bile's house. Dolph Hump Grow Urgash.
Will you follow? Dulfumf Grow Urgash, Scalon Killer. You'll keep quiet if you know what's good for you. Never know when one might be sneaking up behind you. If you want to get close to the heretics, try putting on their robes.
Heretics are on the other side, so it's not relevant to us here.
Bye.
Also, it's in the middle of the night, so I'm not sure anyone really wants to interact with us normally. Yeah, I think we'll continue our way there. We can go to a few sites on the way there, mark them on the map. That's not lasty location. Howling Halls. Where exactly do we need to go? South to west. Black tar. What is this? Chromite Mage's Death per Dealer. Madness Claymore Matrix. I don't want these. They weigh a decent bit. But I need to see, did I use up my previous matrix when I make the sword? No, yes. And I don't want the shield. So Grommites look like they're the original inhabitants of this place. They had a civilization here before everything turned to shit. Swamp Gas Hole. Fortunate name. What the fuck is that? Elytra Matron. Elytra. Okay. What is an Elytra? Looks like an ant. No, it's a mantis. Greater Skinned Hound. It suffers from the same problem all wolves suffer. The attack animation is just god awful. Blood Island Camp. Cedillion, excellent. Not that long of a little over dramatic way of dying, but whatever. I'll leave things here. I'm not exactly clear what we need to do here. I should now begin locating the focus crystals that link the Resonator of Judgment with the rest of the dungeon. Yeah, I got those, but I didn't understand what the hell was the point of the rooms you can create here and the different paths. Am I supposed to choose the paths someone else has to take or something that I have to take?